Hey, it's Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company and Ink Nouveau. I'm here to talk to you about Noodler's Army Green. Nathan Tardif has reformulated the color from this kind of olivey green color to, drop my swab, this color, which is kind of a less olivey, more of an evergreen, more emerald green type color. So, I think the reason that he did it is because he was getting some feedback about the different, the olive color, and some people thought that it was not as appealing, or that it wasn't a true army color or something like that. Or maybe it wasn't a true green or something. I don't know exactly what the feedback was, but anyway, it was enough for him to decide to change it and make it more of a green color. So I wanted to kind of gauge your feedback on it, because personally, I kind of miss the old army green, the olive green. There's not a lot of inks out there that have an olive color. There's a few. Rowan Klingner Alt Goldgrün, that's a very, very olivey color. There it is compared to the old army green, new army green. Very, very olivey color, almost kind of a brownish yellowish green. There's some other ones, not many though. Diatrum Mentis has an olive green, but it's quite different. It's much lighter, much more yellow than the old and new army green. And really, that's kind of about it. There's not a whole lot of olivey colors. They either tend to be really yellow or kind of brown. There's not a lot of, kind of true olive greens. But there's plenty of other greens. Here, I'll just kind of hold these up and talk about some of the other ones. I mean, just within the Noodler's line, there's Green Marine, which is a little bit darker, but definitely not olive at all. Noodler's Standard Green, it's not all that different. It's a little bit darker, I guess, but not all that different than the new Army Green, the Green Cactus. There's also a lubricated version called Green Cactus Eel, which you're probably familiar with. That is not drastically different. Hunter, that's an eternal ink. It only comes in a 1 ounce bottle. It's a little more expensive. It's a permanent ink, but it's not quite the same. It's a little bit different there, but just to show you another green. Forest Green has more of a teal color to it. And then GI Green, which is a lighter green. But anyway, I just wanted to get your feedback about what you thought about the new Army Green versus the old one. I'm kind of gathering feedback here because Nathan is not 100% sure of the change. In fact, he didn't even really kind of tell anybody before he made the change. I had to find it out from a customer who let me know, because I was never given a heads up about the change. That's how it goes sometimes. All ink companies tend to do that from time to time. Forget to tell people that they change stuff. So anyway, but that's the change now. For the time being, this is the new Army Green, the greener Army Green, less olive. But if, that's what you like, that's cool, and I'll pass that up and it'll be a permanent change. But if you want the olive green, and that's a really strong opinion within the fountain pen community, I'm sure Nathan would be willing to change it back. It wasn't reformulated because of any, component issues or price issues or anything like that. It was really just kind of a preference thing. He's just trying to make it what he thinks people will want. Me personally, the new Army Green's not a bad color, and it's not, it still has a little bit of yellow to it. It's not the worst green in the world. I just think it's very similar to a lot of other greens, and I thought the old Army Green kind of stood out more for those who did want an olive color. So I'm a little sad to see the change, and I'll be passing my feedback up for sure, but I want to see what you think, what the community thinks. So if you can post in the comments here, I would love to hear what you think, and I will pass it back up to Nathan, and he will undoubtedly do whatever the general public wants. So anyway, that's all for now. Thanks so much, and right on.